What is constitution? The constitution of any country provides a basic structure and principles according to which its state would function and future of the nation is to be built. So everybody will frame the uh, constitution. Every country will be framing its own constitution. Without constitution, it is difficult to run a country. So rules and regulations for any country is to be framed in the constitution of that particular country. Every independent nation has its own constitution. Okay, so every country, whichever is independent, they must have their own rules and regulations. And other countries, they should not come and enforce their rules on this particular independent country. So, why do we need a constitution? We may think when we are independent, why should we have a constitution? So, it is essential for several reasons. There are many reasons why we need a constitution. So, establishing rule of law, it sets out the fundamental principles and establishes the legal framework within which a country to operate. There is a legal framework where what are the rules a constitution can implement and how the citizens of the country will enjoy the fundamental rights and duties and how they participate in their duties. So all these things, how to operate, will be incorporated in the constitution. So this ensures that everyone, including the government, follows the same laws. So rule of law will be there, and every person, every individual, including the government, they will be following it. So defining government structure. Now if we say government structure, what is a government structure? It outlines how the government is organized. Okay, in our country we have central government, state government, and the local self governing bodies. So three tier system of government is seen in our country. So specifying the powers and responsibilities of different branches, and we also have different branches: legislative, executive, and the judiciary. So each one has their own functions. So how it will be functioning, those rules and regulations or guidelines will be incorporated in the constitution. It will help prevent any one branch from becoming so too powerful. Suppose if it is not given, then legislature may become powerful, or executive may become powerful, or judiciary may become powerful. So to prevent this, the constitution is incorporated. So it will be, it outlines how the government is organized, specifying the powers and responsibilities, and it will also help in preventing it from becoming more um rigid, or it will also prevent from uh, one it also prevents from being dictatorial. So providing stability, it provides stability, it creates a stable and predictable legal environment, which is essential for social and economic development. Okay, so business and citizens can uh, plan for the future with confidence. As per the rules and regulations, we will be planning it, and it ensures the democracy. So democracy is nothing but governing by the people, of the people, and for the people. So a constitution will help in that. So in many countries, the constitution establishes the process for elections. So if a single government is existing for a very long period, like 20 years, 30 years, then we will not find any criticism or any development in the nation. So they have given a reasonable time period, that is 5 years, for any government. So once they get the chance of governing the country, they will be in the power for 5 years. Then later, again re-elections will be conducted. Again elections will be conducted, and the tenure will end. So ensuring that leaders are chosen by the people. Why elections are conducted? To choose the leaders by the people. We can vote to the person whom we like, and that the government remains accountable to them. Okay, so because the leaders are elected by us, they have to be answerable to us. Then it also promotes unity. It serves as a unifying document that reflects the shared values of both the governors and the people governed, and principles of a nation, helping to foster a sense of national identity and cohesion. So prevent all the it will not make anyone to become powerful. So it will foster a sense of national identity that all belong to one nation, that is country India. Next, in summary, a constitution is the cornerstone of a democratic and orderly society. So, like how a cornerstone will direct the construction of a whole building, like that, this is very important. The constitution is very important for an orderly society and providing the legal foundation for governance, protecting individual rights and ensuring stability and unity. Okay, it will help to have uh, unity among the people. Then sometime or the other we need to revisit the Indian constitution. What is revisiting the constitution? Now, for example, in 1950, after we got the independence, our constitution was framed. So at that time, there were many challenges like caste system, inequality among the people for jobs and everything. So uneducated were more, and many challenges were there in the society. So what they have done is they have read our constitution framers. They studied about other countries constitutions, and taking all the good things from various constitutions, they framed this lengthy constitution for India. So here now, when constitution was framed, they gave reservations so that the lower caste people will get more opportunities and they may be brought up. So with that intention, they incorporated this SCs, STs, and other reservations. But now, as the number is increasing, other caste people who are deprived of these, they are just revisiting the Indian constitution and studying the reservation and the status of the people, and with that they will change it. So that is called revisiting the Indian constitution. So this will be done, amendments will be done uh, based on the need of the country. So, Indian Constitution to address contemporary challenges. Now, what are the challenges? How are the people? What is the technology used? And how people are enlightened? And how things are evolving in reality? All these things they will be observing in revisiting the Constitution. They will see all these things and they will make amendments. So, this process involves examining the Constitution's flexibility and adaptability to ensure. So, this helps in changes. How we can change these, on what basis? All these guidelines are given in the Constitution. So, based on that, they will revisit the Indian Constitution and they will do the amendments. It remains relevant in addressing issues like social justice. You know what is social justice? Most of the time, what we talk about this economic disparity, federal structure, social justice. Uh, but in constitution it is written, but in reality we find them to be lacking. So all those things we are supposed to see them, go through and see, do the remaining amendments so that everybody will enjoy social justice and economic disparity is not seen. Only for some classes of people we find they are very rich, and some classes of people they are downtrodden. So we need to change all those things. Okay, and rising religious and regional tensions. So we, in the constitution we say that all religions are given equal importance, but still we find religious and regional tensions. In some regions we find different tensions. Recently we have seen about Manipur and other North Indian states. So some advocates argue for a more unified nation vision through a revised framework. They want to revise this, and in the assembly we find that people arguing about revisitation and changing of the constitution, and now and not to change completely. Why? Because our great leaders, they had a vision to bring India to a great extent, or to promote India's in all the fields, like technically, then socially, economically. So, with that vision, they have framed the constitution. But now, because of the religion or with any other reasons, when people want to change, the leaders, the present leaders, may not agree. So, we have to see what is required. Then, while opponents caution against potential unintended consequences. So, if changes are made, if it is really causing good, nobody will oppose. But if it is causing unintended consequences, then definitely opposition party will be opposing it, such as destabilizing the political fabric or exacerbating social divisions. So social divisions, caste divisions. So divisions, to avoid all these things, with a great intention, if people are doing it, then uh, definitely opposition we find. So, general consensus is that any changes should be made carefully and incrementally. Little by little, they must bring changes to the present time situations where it should be bringing the nation to the greater heights, and establish using the established amendment process to avoid compromising the constitution's core principles. They should not deviate from the core principles of the constitution. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for listening. Like and share.